Hello, everybody. How's it going today? What is it? Tuesday, right? Yeah. Sorry about yesterday. I had some stuff come up, and I had to go deal with it outside of the house, kind of stuff. So, how's everybody doing? Bitcoin's way up. I guess I'm a little early. Just a few minutes, but we're going to kind of keep it short and sweet again today. Chris still on vacation. He's going to get with me later, I guess this evening, and then we'll kind of figure out, and I'll get with you a schedule and when everything's going to kind of get back rolling like normal. Hey, everybody. Welcome. What's the big news today? Bitcoin. Hey, what's up? I think I just looked at it just a second before I got in here. I want to say it was 81. So, good morning from Alaska. There you go. That's good. It's real good. It's going to keep rolling. Looks like we're just about to that 7 billion in trade volume, and it may actually be there. I didn't even actually look at it like a dummy, but we're on. And yep. Sorry, people texting on Facebook here. Cool. But yeah, so we're talking about that. I don't know. Anybody got any ideas what they want to talk about? Questions? Ideas? Anything? Bitcoin's up. Keep it. If you don't have any yet, try to get some. If you trade, a lot of altcoins aren't really moving a whole lot right now. Don't worry about that though. That's not abnormal. What it is with Bitcoin prices being high, it's making a run, so everybody's putting everything into that right now. You don't gain all these new investors all the time. A lot of times you're working with the same amounts, and they just move around from different areas in the crypto space. So that's no problem. Everything is gonna come up. Help those profit margins go up. But if you think about it like this, wasn't but a couple months ago, it was hey Dane, it wasn't about 5,000 and something. Today it's at 8,000 and something. So, that's a three. If you have one Bitcoin, if you have an entire coin, you just make $3,000 in the last couple of months. Not doing anything. It just because just the way it goes up. They're predicting an inflation in the price. Everything's streamlining right now, guys. All the big banks, your big financial houses, they're all getting into it. So, hey, Steven, what's going on, man? All the financial houses are getting into it. Honestly, on the hottest coins to invest right now, I'm not sure. I've kind of got money in stuff, and so I'm just watching it. But I don't have anything right now that's showing any major growth. In fact, I kind of took a loss over the last few weeks, a little bit. Not a great amount. I pretty much play around with all the little bitty stuff, though. I don't mess with the big coins. I mess with a lot of the, the things that are pennies and nickels and dimes, so I can buy a volume of them. And then, when you see a little bit of movement, it works. You know what I mean? Because, just when it comes down to it, anything you make is anything you make. Right now, I wish I had more Bitcoin than I have, to be completely honest with you. I thought about selling a bunch of stuff off and buying, but I'm going to kind of see where we're going right now, because I can always just invest in it. And, on the exchanges, everything, I have everything set to where it all goes back to Bitcoin. Or some stuff goes to Ethereum, just depending on what I'm buying. But, I just try to keep it like that. There's some people that are looking at, let's see, Kathy said something about Timmy Coin, TIMICOIN. It's an ICO at this point, but it's going to be a healthcare ICO. And now, I'm not a financial advisor. Let's get that out there. You know what I mean? Then what else? Timmy Coin and I want to say it's ULA. Ulala or Ulala, something like that. But she put a post up on it, and I haven't even actually looked at that one. But on what I saw on the Timmy Coin, though, you need to register and everything with their wallets. and I didn't even see a price. So I guess it's not even listed on an exchange yet. So it's ICO, and then, you know, I couldn't find it on CoinMarket. So I couldn't find either one of them on CoinMarket. So they're brand new out of the gate, I guess. So I don't know. You know what I mean? It's kind of, with like anything, you know, it's risky, you know, but, you know, what's $5 or $10 or $20, you know, to kind of see, and who knows, it may quadruple, it may double, it may you know, you may turn that $20 into 20,000. You never know. You know, so that's kind of how I do it. I just kind of guess, sort of, but I mean, not completely. But Gloria watches everything for me, and then kind of tells me what I need to buy and what I don't, you know, what I probably ought to get out of, or, you know, I set sell orders on stuff. So I decide how much I want to make off of it as soon as I buy it. And I actually was doing a 50% to 100% increase, you know, trying to double my money most of the time. And Dane on here actually he gave me and Chris a real good idea. He's like, I'm just trying to make 20%. It's like, well, okay. You know, and by doing that, you know, if you're just trying to make 20% back, you're going to make that 20% back more often, you know, so you're going to have more turnover on it, and you have a much better winning percentage. You know, these things will jump up a little bit. You know, if you got something that cost a penny, you know, it jumps up half a penny. There you go. I mean, well, I mean, it's 50, but still, you know, you're going to see more reward, and the likelihood of getting to something is really a lot faster, you know, as far as, you know, when you're operating with day trading and stuff. But I just kind of roll with the punches on it. I don't sink a whole lot into anything. Hey, Bethany, you know, I just put a little here and a little here and a little here and a little here, and see what happens, you know. But man, it's up right now, so that's good. You know, we're about to cross the 7 billion in trade. And from what I understand, what they're saying is when that 7 billion mark in your 24-hour volume is hit, that's shows there's so much activity that there's a good chance you're gonna get a real big spike, you know. And there's so much going on driving this right now. You know, there's, you know, if you look in the news, you know, all the different crypto news channels and everything, Bitcoinist and CCN, and I don't know, I think there's a Bitcoin network. There's quite a few of them. I don't remember all the names of them because they just pop up on my computer. You know, I just click on them and look. But there's a lot going on, guys. So everyone's getting real interested in it. You know, the big companies are putting in, and that's why I'm always trying to stress with everybody, you need to get into this while you can, you know, get into where you can be a part of the game, part of the movement. And I know people say it's going to go to $1 million a coin and $100,000 a coin and this and that and this and that. But what if it just goes to 10 and then it stalls out for a little while and it slowly creeps to 20? You know, you want to get in obviously as early as you can, you know, and there's only so many coins. So that drives the value, obviously, you know, because we're in the 17 million range right now, and there's only going to be 21 million. You know, the mining is getting more and more difficult second by second, really. The algorithms to figure it out are just tough right now. That's why mining takes so long on Bitcoin. You know, it was a great thing to do, and right now, the last thing I heard is cost about $5,900 to mine one Bitcoin. Well, you know, you got to spend $5,000 to make 3 or 2, a little over 2 right now. So it's kind of like, I don't know. You know, that's where you look at things, and, you know, like the GreenX miners and things like that. That's where that's going to show real profitability, you know, is in the beginning stages, you know, and with the ease of it. They're saying in the first 6 months, they're going to mine 12.5 billion, B as in boy, billion coins. It's like, that's a lot. So, I mean, those turnovers are fast. And I think that most current numbers I have, there's 1,400 online right now, 1,400 GreenX miners, and they're looking at adding another 4,000 in 30 days. But guys, that's a lot. I mean, people don't really grasp how much a million is, let alone a billion. I mean, that's a huge number. You know, that's a lot of, you know, a lot of stuff's getting worked out, a lot of coins being made right now. I don't know what I hear. They're thinking maybe around 2 cents when it's an exchange where it's going to be. So I mean, if it's 2 cents and you got a miner and you mine 140,000 of them, you got a little bit of money. That is a pretty nice deal. I mean, you got your ROI at least. And that's the other thing is when you guys are out there talking to people and telling them about this, you need to kind of explain that this is a long-term investment. It really is. They don't stop working once you make your money back, once you get your ROI. And keep in mind too, man, these things are $3,750. That's $4,000 pretty much. That's a lot of money. Right now, summer, everything's slow. And that's just kind of the way the world works. Unless you're in like the hospitality industry, or you're selling gasoline for people traveling, then everything is kind of laid back a little bit right now. Kids are out of school, everybody's enjoying themselves, they're spending money. Then school's getting ready to go back. So what you got? School supplies you got to buy, guys. And if you don't realize, depending on where you live, I mean everything, but like school supplies can run you a few hundred easy. And I know it seems silly, paper and pencils, but it does. It's just the way it is. Not counting school clothes, all that stuff. So people aren't, right now wanting to just jump and make a lot of business decisions, and it's summer, I mean, everybody wants to be on vacation. Chris is on vacation, what I mean? Steve and Don are on vacation. I don't know how everybody that lives in Hawaii even does it, because you'd be like you're on vacation all the time, I'm probably gonna schedule my vacation right about the end of this week, because my birthday's Friday, so we'll just see how that day goes, whether I won't be around or not. But then Saturday, probably not. You know what I mean? I like just checking in and saying hi, but just things like that. And if you're wanting to get out and have stuff, everybody else is too. But keep in mind too what you're asking everybody to do when you ask them to join this company. This isn't about just selling a bunch of just selling a ton of memberships or whatever you want to call it. We're just selling the package. We're building teams with it. And you're going to have teams that are going to need things. You're going to need to be our leaders. You're going to need to stay involved in everything. It isn't, oh, hey, let's get them started and run away. I made my $100. Who cares? Whatever, they can do whatever they want to do. Well, maybe they'll build a team and I'll keep making a point off every person they put in. It's fine, whatever. And that's the way a lot of stuff's done. But you have to have some kind of a management system in place. Have one in your head at least. But you need a management system in place to deal with all the people that you're going to bring in. And this is, there's all different training and stuff going on right now. And some people love training. Some people, they just really like it. They really get into it. Me personally, I don't. I like the high points. I want to know the high points, what I need to do, and then, okay, get it done. There's a lot of the back and forth of, let's just use social media to do everything and blah, blah, blah. And let's just cultivate all this stuff ourselves. That takes a lot of work, guys. The whole idea of a lot of this work is not to work so much, not to do this for 16 hours a day. I don't want to sit in this chair. I don't want to ruin this chair in a year. You know what I mean? Because I've done nothing but sit in it. The purpose in all this is to better our lives, and to make more money and not have to be worried about things and to be able to get out and do stuff, enjoy our families. I personally, I'm a big proponent of leads. Hey man, if it's proven, it's proven. This is my first jaunt into network marketing ever, so me going, well, so I got to talk to somebody about it. And we have a really interesting product that we sell, because everybody knows what lotion is. Everybody knows what a vitamin is. Everybody knows what a vacation is. You know what I mean? Everybody knows what, roadside insurance is. People know what this stuff is. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I want this energy shake or this protein shake or something because I want to get in shape. Okay, cool. All right, wonderful. You've got that. Or, hey, man, I need something for my hair. My hair is too shiny. I need it to be dull. Or my hair is too curly. I need it to be straight. Or I need to grow hair. I don't know. People know that. Cryptocurrency. What? What's cryptocurrency? You freezing money or something? No, that'd be cryocurrency. But my point is, we have to educate people about what we're trying to educate them about. You know, people don't know. A lot of people don't know what we're talking about. I mean, they have no clue. I was talking to Dawn this morning. And they're on vacation, and she said they were talking to some guy on the beach yesterday, in Florida, and he's from Hot Springs, Arkansas. I'm here in Arkansas. He's about 150, 160, 70 miles from me. And he'd never heard of cryptocurrency or Bitcoin. He never heard of Bitcoin, let alone the term cryptocurrency, And, the reason we say Bitcoin so much is it's that one that has that big number. It's the fancy one. It's when you when you get a button-up shirt, like a knit shirt with like a collar on it and a couple buttons right here and short sleeve. What do you call that? That's a polo. But it's not necessarily the brand Polo. It's a polo style shirt, and then Polo also makes them too. So you say, oh yeah, it's a polo shirt. Things like that. It's a brand recognition thing, but it also describes something. So Bitcoin has become synonymous with cryptocurrency. And there's a big block there kind of, that you have to get over, and you have to kind of figure out how you have to introduce people to this stuff, whereas these are all the people that have no clue what it is, the people that do know, that have been in a cryptocurrency situation and possibly, were with other companies and they've gotten shut down for this reason or that reason, either nefarious or just simply didn't meet the law requirements of the United States. Then, they're sitting here going, but they do know. You know what I mean? So you can talk to them. If you get a chance to talk to them, that's great. Where do you get that chance? Well, okay, let's see. You can get on Facebook and look it all up and spend a whole bunch of time doing that. Or, I'll be honest with you, you can buy some leads. Plain and simple. I mean, and this is the other thing, man. There's all kinds of different ways of doing this. A lot of people aren't into it. You know what I mean? But a lot of people are. And that's kind of the way I see this one. I want to make the absolute most out of my time. And I'm not one of these people that I want to go talk someone into doing something either. Not really. I want to show you a good idea. And if you want it, cool. If you don't want it, okay, that's fine. You know what I mean? My absolute success does not hinge on every single person. You know what I mean? And if you don't want to listen to me, then don't listen to me. It's that plain and simple. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm going to figure out a way to make this happen one way or another. You know what I mean? I'm going to use everything I can in my arsenal to grow. You know what I mean? To make money, to build more things. I got the cryptogenics education. I went through it. Boom, 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 right through it. As soon as the test went up, boom, 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 did all the tests. I did the thing test. I did all the thing tests in one day, I think. Or I might have taken two. You know what I mean? But I just went and did it all. Like, okay, cool. Yeah, I know it. And before I even got to the test parts of it, because the test came way later than all the training, I was digging deeper, finding out, well, what's an ICO? Okay, this one ICO. Okay, now how do you do this? And instead of just taking the information that I received, which is great information, it's a great training program, Now, in the trading part of it, there's quite a bit they had to cut out just because the lawyers have said, no. There's some iffy stuff on there. But, so I learned how to trade, and I day trade now. That's a whole lot of what I do, That's me sitting in this stupid chair all day long, in front of the computer screen, just like I am right now, and just going from there, but I didn't stop. I kept going. I believe in taking advantage of every opportunity. And there's some things you want to do and some things you don't want to do. Once again, we did a whole month on social media, guys. But I'm more of a, what they call belly to belly person, more of a boom, 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 or let me get on the phone and talk to you. Or something. Let me get you on a Zoom. I can talk to you. Me just typing messages to people, I feel funny doing it. You know what I mean? Now, I can advise people how to do it real well. You know what I mean? And that kind of goes back to that whole thing. Those that can't teach. You know what I mean? Like, look, man, I can't throw a football 50 yards, but I can tell you how to. You know what I mean? I promise. You know what I mean? I know the mechanics of it perfectly. You know, I can't build a nuclear reactor, but I can tell you what goes into it because I studied it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay, you know. And these are those things. And so I'm really more of a action person. You know, I talk to people and I forget I talked to them if it's been a few days. You know, I use the app a lot, you know, on our phones, the Cryptogenic app, because, man, it's great. It reminds you, you know, it takes a lot of the guesswork out of everything, you know. You don't have to remember to call so-and-so back. It goes, hey, you need to follow up with them. Okay, cool. Yep, boom, 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 get it done. You know, you run through it. It's just another tool in the arsenal, you know. You know, everybody's working on different things, and you know, as soon as I get all the, you know, like I'm personally going to be getting leads. I mean, you know, as soon as I get that all going, that's what I'm going to be relying on, you know, and there's a system set up that makes it effortless almost, guys. You know what I mean? So this is kind of where everything's at, is choose which way you want to grow, I guess you'd say, but don't limit yourself just to what one person tells you to do. I mean, there's no point in that. You know, you can try a little bit of everything, but do what you think you're going to be the most successful at. I mean, give them all a shot, you know, and if you're real uncomfortable doing something, then don't do it. You know what I mean? You know, do something else. There's always another way. You know, there's more than one way to skin a cat, you know. Just kind of try to enjoy what you're doing, you know. Oh, man. Hey, I didn't scroll. Hey, everybody. I didn't scroll down, so I thought there was like, when Bethany came on, was the last person I thought was here. We got Leonard, we got Sharon, we got Kelly, we got Scotty. Hey, Scotty, what's going on? Hey, man, I just met them this weekend. Yeah. Let's see, we got Greg on here. Rex going on. Valerie, Brad. Cool. Man, we got a lot of people here. Hi, guys. Are you a red person then? Hey, you know, on that color thing, I think I was blue, if I remember right. Now I'm going to tell you another thing, too. I'm not, hey, Kim, I'm not one of these people that takes a lot of, I take all that stuff with a grain of salt. Let's just say that. You know, my horoscope really doesn't tell me how my day's going to be. My day's going to be how the hell I want my day to be. And I'm not going to let something in the newspaper tell me. You know what I mean? Like, my birthday's on the blood moon, though. That's a real thing. And it's my 40th birthday on the longest blood moon in the 21st century that we're going to have. So that's pretty awesome. So, yeah, that's right. Hear that, Kim? Big 4-0 right here. That means you're real old. Ha! Kim's my cousin. But, guys, you got to do what works for you. You know, you got to get out there. Bitcoin's up. We already covered that. If you have altcoins and they're not really growing right now, don't let that freak you out. You know what I mean? Don't go, oh, no, what do I do? You know, just hold on, you know, because it's all going to bump on up. You know, you're seeing this big growth, so you've got all this going to one thing right now, which is good. You know, there's money to be made. You know what I mean? You can make money in downtimes too. You know, if you don't know that, you need to research it. You know, you can make money just through the trade of stuff. It's interesting. And the other thing, guys, buy and sell orders, you can put a buy order in for any amount. You know, you can buy under what some stuff shows. You know, that's something could say it's 4 cents. Somebody could have a sell order in that nobody bought, you know, because you're not buying from the exchange. I think a lot of people think that, and that's not true. All the exchanges is a broker. They're just facilitating a place for you to sell peer-to-peer. Okay? Like, you know, Coinbase doesn't own all that coin. You know, if they did, they wouldn't need to be Coinbase. Plain and simple. You know, they're just trading houses, you know, or brokers, or however you want to say it. You know what I mean? They're the flea market, basically. You know, and you're there with your stuff to sell, and people come in to buy it. Exact same concept. Buying and selling. That's all it is. So somebody can have something listed for a sell order, and something could have just peaked up to 4 cents. You know what I mean? And it's worth, you know, and they had a sell order at 2.5. You know what I mean? So you can go in and buy it at 2.5 if you put that buy order in. You know, and it's going to match you up with whatever you ask for. You know, and I mean, I had something, I put a sell order in on something, and it was like, really? I mean, it almost kind of like smarted off to me. I thought, the way I felt like the computer was doing. So it was like, that's way above. It said something like it was a lot more than anything else on there. And I was like, I don't care, you know, and it was just something that I'm looking for it to grow quite a bit. So, and when it does, I don't want to miss out on it. You know, I don't want to have to track this stuff 24 hours a day, because a lot of stuff happens when we're asleep. You know, the Asian market is, you know, a little different than ours. Like Hawaii's, your all's time is a lot closer. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, but we're kind of sitting here going, you know, 10 o'clock at night, man, I'm done. You know, I don't stay up late unless I have to be at the bar, which I try not to do, but you know, I do. So I don't know. Have you had pretty good success trading, Joe? Yeah, Brad, I have. I really have. It's just been, I've had pretty good success trading. Last couple of weeks have been kind of slow, you know, but I don't put a lot of, I spread things around a lot, and I don't put big chunks on anything. You know, I just kind of like take what I can get and go, you know, instead of trying to make big chunks. You know, I mean, if you put $20 on something, you make $5, it's a good deal. That's a hellacious return. You know what I mean? I mean, it's great. And you don't think about it like that, but that all adds up. You know what I mean? And it, you know, you're building towards, if you're keeping everything in the crypto space, basically you're trading to buy Bitcoin or to buy Satoshis of Bitcoin, you know, and that's what you're using those profits to do. That's your gain, you know, and, or Litecoin, or, you know, whatever your preferred thing is. Bitcoin's the gold, it's the standard. We all know that. You know, it's your savings account. But, you know, if 2 months ago, if you'd have bought a entire Bitcoin, it was like, what, a little over $5,000, you know, right now it'd be worth $8,000 in 2 months, you know, and that's the thing. You don't have to buy the whole Satoshi either, or you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. I'm sorry. You can buy Satoshis. You know, you can buy 25 bucks worth of it. And if you bought that 25 bucks worth a month ago, you know what I mean? You're up right now. I don't know what the numbers are, but, you know, you know, and I tell this story all the time. It's when I was waiting on them to take my money to join the company, you know, I put my money in Coinbase and blah, 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 set up. So I had my, you know, $300 just sitting there. Well, by the time they got around to actually getting everything set up to take my money, you know, to join Cryptogenics, I had $400 and something in Bitcoin already, because it had just gone up, you know, and it was like, oh, well, you know, man, I was spending it. And I was kind of stupid because I was spending it, like, because I got my shift card, and I was like, woo, I'm just going to spend it because I can. And that was dumb. Like, that was real dumb. I shouldn't have done that, because I'd have my money right now. But, yeah, you know, what are you going to do? You live and learn, right? But, you know, you don't sell your premier stock, you know, but, oh. And that's another thing, too. When you guys are trying to explain all this stuff to people, I reference the stock market a lot, just because it's easier sometimes to get your head around. And the other thing is, they can see something. You know, like when people buy stocks, you know, you tell them to envision a stock certificate, you know, piece of paper. So, you know, or a bond is a piece of paper, you know. I don't even know if there really are stock certificates and bonds anymore, to be honest with you. I'm sure it's all just still digital, you know what I mean, like everything else is. But I mean, somewhere there is, you know. But there's not a piece of paper that's a Bitcoin or a thing. I mean, you can give them one of those plastic ones, you know what I mean, or something, you know, boom, there you go, buddy. That's your Bitcoin. Yeah, it's worth $8,000, you know. But give them something to kind of like, so they can wrap their head around it. You know, because you can really confuse people real bad by telling them it's a decentralized digital currency. Really? What's that mean? Well, and then you got to go through explaining it. And then they go, whoop, they shut down. You know, the best way to tell people about it is, it's money. Well, what kind of money? Money that you can spend. Well, how do you spend it? I want to show you how you spend it. Check this out. I spent it on that right there. Real simple. Yeah, it's a Visa. You ever seen one of those before? Oh, so it really is money. Like, you can spend it. Like, oh yeah. Well, how do you get it? Well, you can earn it, or you can buy it. You know, first off, you start buying it, and then you start earning it. Well, how do you earn it? Well, with our program, I'll teach you that. You know, it's that simple. And we're not being jerks, everybody. You know, by saying, hey man, you got to join up and I'll show you everything you need to know to make it. And I'll give you some pointers and some handouts and shit for free. I don't care. But the idea is I'm going to tell you just enough to get you in trouble. You know what I mean? And you're going to go, what happened? I'm going to go, well, I told you. Instead of throwing your money away, you should have jumped on board with me, and there we go. You know what I mean? And you wouldn't have made these mistakes because you got the education. You know, and you got to remember that's what we're doing, guys. We're selling education to keep people from screwing themselves over. You know, it's not necessarily that anyone's going to scam you also. I mean, there's a lot of scams still going on, but you're going to end up messing yourself around, you know, because you're going, oh, well, wait, or you're going to make silly mistakes that nobody thinks of, like, oh, wait, I didn't calculate that right when I was buying that much from Bitcoin to this, to that, to it's priced in Bitcoin, it's priced to there. Where are the easy calculators? Where's all the this, that, and the other? And it's the little things that you have to do this. And you really need to be a teacher of it to teach people this stuff. It's just that simple, you know? And I know I'm goofy all the time, this, that, and the other, and I have my own opinions about things, but as far as the education on this stuff, I'm pretty good. And I'll be the first one to tell you that. I am. You know, if I couldn't do it, I wouldn't do it. And I really wouldn't get on here every day and embarrass myself talking about this stuff. Because there's nothing I say that I won't back up. You know what I mean? And I'll say that whatever I say to anybody, you know, that's just it. That's just the kind of person I am. And I'm not a liar. I don't need to lie. You know what I mean? And I'll be quite honest with you. Financially, I don't have to do this. You know what I mean? I have other businesses. You know, like I actually stopped one business so I could, you know, concentrate on this. Is it because I think this is going to make me millions and millions and millions of dollars? Probably not. You know what I mean? Now, is there potential windfall from all the education and the other things I'm going to do with this? Yeah. You know, I'm not going to go out there and be the world's greatest network marketer because I'm just not. I mean, I just don't think I am. You know what I mean? I'm going to have spend some money on some things and get some programs going that help that for me, but I'm that person looking for that network marketer. You know, that one that does it. That's what they do. They're real good at it. You know, me, I'm just good at running my mouth. You know what I mean? But I do know what I'm running my mouth about. You know, I don't back up on a lot of stuff, you know. And I know you were with fingers. Yep. Oh, buy a GreenX machine and get those. Yeah. You know, the GreenX machines are great. That's right, Sharon. I'm real excited to see. We should be coming up on the month run real quick. And so somebody's going to be able to tell us. The company can't tell us. It has to be an individual within, it can be within the company, and they need to say what their machine did. You know, typical, you know, these are not typical results. Results may vary, all that kind of stuff, you know. And these are just flaws. But find out what they're really producing and what they're doing. Now, is there a risk involved? Yeah, there's a risk involved, guys. There's a risk with everything. Could it pay off huge? Yeah, it could. Do I think GreenX is going to be an $8,000 coin? No, I don't think that at all. You know, I don't think there's going to be other $8,000 coins. Period. I just don't. I'm sorry, but I don't. And I mean, I'm not being mean, but if you can get it 2 cents or you can get it for free, they're free to you if you're mining them once you got your return on investment back. That's your $37.50. You know, then yeah, definitely, it's a great deal. You know, 2 cents, yeah, you're knocking them down every second, or however many things they're doing per second. That's pretty fast. You know what I mean? And that's a lot. Now that's going to slow down. You know what I mean? That's why getting in first matters. But even if you're not in first, man, after this first run, you'll still be fine. You'll still be making tons. You know, and I'm sure it's a coin, but it's going to operate like ICO when it comes on. You know, it's going to skyrocket and it's going to dive. And it's going to, you know, and then level out somewhere. You know, with the phase 2 of everything, with all the solar, that's going to have a lot to do with it also. Because, I mean, that's kind of where it's all, you know, you're moving around all that GreenX coin. You know, and so since they're paying you in the coin, it kind of builds the coin to be sustainable, let's say. And that's good. You know, that's real good, you know, but I can't tell you what's going to happen. You know, I mean, I really don't know, you know, and I wouldn't be comfortable telling you. And that's why I've kind of stayed real quiet about all this stuff, you know, because people ask me about it all the time. I'm like, I don't know. Because the answer is, I don't know. You know, I'm not going to know until I see the numbers. You know, you can tell me it's going to be whatever. You tell me the sky's falling. Throw an acorn, hit me in the head with it, tell me the sky's falling. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay. Well, at least I got hit in the head with an acorn, so maybe it's kind of something. But, you know, I'm just one of those, you know, I need proof of work, let's say, you know, to make it kind of funny. But, you know, oh, for anybody that didn't get that, the proof of work thing is like what happens on the blockchain. So, never mind. Read a book. Take the training. You'll learn what proof of work is. But I want the proof of work. You know, and that's just so I can see if I want to buy one or I want to buy 10. Maybe I need to go get a loan from the bank. I don't know. Maybe I can pay everything off in a month. You know what I mean? But, you know, we all did some math when we very first heard about them, and we thought the coin was already available, and it wasn't. So we looked at the wrong thing. And the wrong thing was great. And I want to say it was trading at like 6 cents a coin or something else. And what they were going to be able to produce. And like the ROI on it was like 2 weeks, I want to say. You know, and you're like, whoa, you know, but that turned out not to be right. You know, that wasn't that deal. That was something else. You know, there were some, I guess, name similarities and things like that. I don't know. Everybody says we need cease and desist orders, and they were trying to steal this from us or blah, 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 blah. And I don't get any of that shit. I don't care. You know what I mean? When it comes down to it, I don't care. Okay, move on. You know, you can get stuck on the bad or you can move on with the good. You know, and I say, move on with the good, you know. But I don't know. What did Gloria say? Oh, boo? Yeah, I don't know what I am. But, you know, it's the other thing, guys. You gotta do all this for yourself. You know, I'm just here to kind of pass information along and basically stare at myself and talk. That's what I'm doing right now. Trying to answer some questions if they come up, but I keep forgetting to roll the screen. You know, like the thing, it doesn't just go. So I'm missing everything else. Yeah, everything goes up and down. Exactly. See, I'm just now seeing this stuff. Fell out of live, no battery, I'm back. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Acorn in the head. Yeah. Okay. See, okay. Wait, it's 1:30, guys. I probably need to kind of get off here. I've had you taking up enough of your time. Bitcoin's up. Be glad about it. Don't freak out because all your altcoins aren't jumping right now. They will. Just, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know anything that I'm talking about. Blah, 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 blah. Do what you want to do. Don't do what I say, I guess. Research it for yourself. You know, everything's, in my opinion, I think everything's going to go up. Give it a second. Let it kind of woo, and then once everything levels, everything comes to one thing will stop and everything else will bump now. You know, it's just one of those deals. Have fun. Love y'all. Hey man, sorry about Monday, Albert. I had a hot water tank issue at the bar. Yeah, but it's fixed. But yeah. Then I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Have fun. Oh, anybody on here is not in Cryptogenics, wants to get in Cryptogenics, go to eureka.cryptogenics.com, KRYPTOGENEX. Yeah, same spell it. .com. That takes you to my page. Or just hit me up on here. Now's the time to get in if you're not in. Seriously, it really is. Everything's blowing up right now. And it really is blowing up. And it's not just the currency that's going up. It's the whole world's recognizing it right now. So it's getting ready to get, it's not going to get too big for you to ever get in, but it's getting too big to get in. You know what I mean? It won't be worth it in a minute when everything's done. Plain and simple. You'll be stuck buying stupid stuff. You know, get the good lemons when they come out. Get the good oranges when they come out. We got the lemons and the oranges. You know what I'm saying? You don't want day old bread. No day old bread. Okay? Bye, everybody. Love you.